Okay, so TEDx, thank you for having me here. I like you. I like you guys. I like you a lot. But to be honest with you, I don't only like you. I like more than 1,000 brands on Facebook. I have more than 1,700 friends there. I have thousands of followers on Twitter, contacts on LinkedIn, and so on and so on. I use maybe something like 50 different social media services and websites for all sorts of things, for discovering new books, for motivating myself to run every day, and all sorts of activities. And I know it's weird. I know that these are not my true friends. I'm not silly. At least somebody said me this one day. To be frank with you, my closest friends hate social media. They don't use those services. But still, I'm fascinated. I'm so fascinated, I've always been, about social media and all those websites, how they grew, how they changed the media industry, how they changed companies and their business models. This is the question I've always been asking myself. And today, I'm going to tell you why and how have I co-founded, together with Michał Sławiński from Warsaw, how have we co-founded one of the biggest monthly conferences and meetups for tech industry called Social Media Thursday, Czwartki Social Media. Okay, so a few words about me. So since I was a young boy, I loved technologies, I loved gadgets, and when the internet came up, I knew from the beginning this is going to be my future. Maybe not programming, but something to do with the internet. I also was a people person, you know? I always prized myself, I liked this by myself, that I could connect with every person from my class. I also was into organizing, so every year my class appointed me to be the chairman of our class, so we organized so many crazy stuff. I also love media, especially owned media. So in the primary school, I opened up a school newspaper called TEDxRawaRiver. It was a great opportunity to meet the coolest, the brightest kids from my school, which was a huge school in Mikołów. In secondary school, I also launched a newspaper called Copper. This was a great opportunity to raise some money for my friends who didn't have enough funds to go for a school trip. At the university, at Warsaw School of Economics, together with my friends, we also launched a newspaper, the third one, called Szczury Gonią Hajs. You know, a newspaper, underground newspaper, that tried to say that, you know, those corporations, they drain our brains and they dilute our youngfulness, so they trying to spoil us. So, you know, for many different reasons, I was also always into creating media. I also love change. I love changing locations, meeting new people, and social media is such an industry that gives you a lot of options. So I used to be a social media manager, a marketing strategist. I was probably the first person in Poland that got himself a job with a single tweet. I also been lecturer, trainer, giving workshops. I run my own agency, social media agency. I also started a few startups that were driven by social media. So I did all those stuff in 8 years, and this is all being connected with social media. And as a matter of fact, a few years ago, when this all started to be a huge thing, when people started using terms called social media, I realized I'm not the only one. I'm not the only psycho in the room. So I met other people online, on Golden Line, on Facebook, that were crazy about brands, stupid crazy about brands. They were saying things like, oh my God, this Volvo crisis on social media turned out to be a great win for this brand. Oh my God, this is so amazing. I'm going to eat the whole popcorn right now. And this is stupid, I know. I know this is stupid. I know that social media isn't what it was supposed to be because we believed this is going to change the world. I know that this is still part of the industry of advertisement and marketing, some part of the propaganda. But still, you cannot say that we don't have passion. We really love what we are doing. And we decided to meet. We knew each other only from avatars on Golden Line and Facebook. And we decided 53 months ago to meet at a pub. Oh, we had a few beers. We introduced to each other. We had a great time. We were talking about our work, what we do, how we can work together. And we started to meet in every month. We called it Social Media Thursday with a beer. And, months passed. And we knew we had to change. We knew we had to adapt because so many people started to showing up at those events in Warsaw. So we added presentations. So at every meetup, 3 people, usually great directors from social media agencies or great bloggers, they gave speeches, 15 to 30 minutes long. So we shared knowledge with each other. We didn't get rid of the networking part. So you as a newbie, you as a person who didn't know the industry, you could say who you are, who do you want to meet. It was a great opportunity, to become part of the community. We had fantastic debates. We had extremely good specialists. So not only marketing experts, but PR experts, bloggers, YouTubers, you name it. All of those people came to us. We also ran workshops for people who wanted to learn how to manage a Facebook page, how to manage a community, how to develop a strategy for the social media world for a brand. But it wasn't always only about social media and the industry. It was also about some fun and good stuff. So every year we do charity work. We collect money for some charity cause. We also like to have fun. So we do karaoke every once in a while because we are friends. And we have those crazy after parties, so it's sometimes very difficult to wake up on Friday morning. And this became really big, like huge. Like one time, I remember we had over 300 guests at our event, and we weren't prepared for that. We don't have money, we don't have organization, no plans. We started at a pub. And just people started to come into our place. So it really got huge. But not only Warsaw, other people who were interested into social media marketing, they contacted us and say, hey Dave, hey Michael, can we launch a similar event at our town? And we said, sure, why not? Why not? Come to us, take a look how we do this. We will guide you, we'll provide you with some lecturers as well, some advice. We'll come to you and visit you. So we are now in 13 cities. And these meetups take place every month. Every month, more than 1,500 people in all of the cities meet together and talk, chat, integrate, and so on. We even inspired some organizers in Czech Republic, Slovakia, and Austria to have similar events over there. I also went there and tell them how we did it. So it got really big, and we never planned it. We never planned it to be that big. Even at one moment, I thought that this is going to stop because there are so many other events, and social media is not that new anymore. We used to say social media revolution is a huge change, no more top-down approach. Now it's all decentralized. So I thought this is going to slow down, but these events show no signs of stopping. And even if you see mentions, how many people say about our events and use our official hashtag, there are nearly 1,000 mentions a month. So people who come up to our events use our hashtag and publish information about our meetups online because we have no backup by traditional media. So we don't pay for advertising, we don't have no publicity, so only peer-to-peer recommendations. This is how it works. Okay, but this wouldn't be possible if not the amazing team behind Social Media Thursday in every one of those cities. People who don't do this for the money, they do this for the fun, they do this because they want to be leaders of their communities in their regions. They do this because they want to know the brightest kids in their neighborhood. And we have fun. As I told you, we have no organization. We have a Facebook group. We chat there, we exchange experiences, we help each other. We help our attendees to get a job sometimes. We help them with some projects, and it's an amazing journey. We meet every 6 months, in one of those cities, and have some beers, discuss what should we do next. And it's a great adventure, and without those people, we wouldn't have done this. We wouldn't have achieved this. But social media Thursdays are so much more. And throughout those years, because it's been more than 4 years now, I've seen people change. I've seen people advance in their careers from internships to be directors of huge agencies. I've seen them making friends. Some of these friendships last from the first meetup until today. Those people don't come to us to gain knowledge because sometimes they already know everything. But they come to us because they want to meet other people. They want to, keep in touch. They do other parties. We inspire them to do other meetups for bloggers, for YouTubers. So there are some spin-offs. And these people motivate each other, not only to be better at their work, better at marketing, but also to be better at life. I've seen people who lost tens of kilograms, and they were supported by other social media Thursday members. And they said, "You're doing a great job. Keep on doing that great work." And so many amazing things can happen if you don't have an aim. You just come there with an open mind, and you just see what happens. People open up businesses together. People hire each other. Even sometimes they find the love of their life. And it happened not once, but more. And that's why I love what I'm doing. People ask me, "Dave, what's the secret sauce?" This is not a mystery. There has been other attempts throughout those years of people wanting to launch events related to social media. They wanted to gather the industry, gather the people, and have similar success. And at some point, they failed for many different reasons. First of all, you need patience. If we didn't have patience, we wouldn't have achieved this. Because after the third meetup, we had less guests than on the second meetup. On the fourth meetup, we had less guests than on the third meetup. So you need some patience, and don't do this just for the numbers. The second thing, it's not about the money. We don't charge people who come to us. Why? Because some people have a lot of value to us, and they couldn't afford such a ticket. Like there are other conferences that charge a lot of money, and there are people from corporations, they come there and want to listen, but they don't add value. So we are not close to anyone. Second of all, we don't earn money on these social media Thursdays. And people who want to organize those events at their towns and their cities, they won't earn money. So if they have other reason to do that, these are the good reasons. They want to do this because they want to do this, not to get rich. And that's why we have amazing people who run those events. And without those front runners, we wouldn't have a community. Third thing, it's not about you. It's easy to be a superstar. It's easy to say, "Oh my God, I'm doing all those meetups. It's amazing." Honestly, if you ask those thousands of people who come to our meetups, 9 out of 10 people wouldn't know me, wouldn't know Michael. They wouldn't know we are behind that. We don't even have a website. We will have next week, but for those 4 years we haven't had. So we are like anonymous. Somebody's running the show, but nobody knows. It's not important. What important are the people who come, their needs. What do they want? What do they expect? Is there somebody new who just came from other city and want to settle in Warsaw or in Poznań? Can we help him or her? Okay, so what are their needs? If those people are satisfied, they're gonna come again, they're gonna bring their friends. And the fourth thing, don't have a plan. I mean, I've launched many businesses with strict business plans. Everything was written down. I had a vision, and I was pushing hard. And sometimes I failed. With Social Media Thursdays, I had no plan at all. Michael neither. So it just happened. We didn't spend much time on that. It just happened. Sometimes you need to have some trust. And I hope you will have as well with your projects. So thank you. Thank you for having me.